The philosopher. Oh, yes, the philosopher. How did we end up in this place? Man, I gotta speak from the heart. Why did we end up in this place? How did we get here? That we got reality TV taking over everything. The philosopher is about to spit. Oh, yeah. I'm not a fast rapper, but I'm about to start smacking. About to start talking about the things that might be happening. And the one thing that all points back to all men is one thing. If you haven't thought about it, then you need to start to change. Was this my misrepresentation, or this was my presentation that God might have thought that Antonio would have to be this pen right here spitting and right here in the mic talking about the things that might have been happening, trying to take off the pain off my chest as I sit back and think I'm not the greatest rapper and I never claimed to be. I'm the philosopher about to tell you what happened to be. I'm just a philosopher trying to spit this game to y'all and everybody that having to see the fall of all men to see. I'm about to talk about the shit that might happen to you, but I'm about to talk about some things that might happen to me. I'm about to talk about how I haven't reached all my dreams. If you sit back and think about all the shit that could have been, think about all the men that have failed or may have become the addiction to sin. I'm talking about sin here. Now, sin is something that you guys might not even think about much, but sin is a thing that's keeping all men all so fucking corrupt. But I'm about to hear this spit it, and I'm about to say it in a way that you can understand it. I'm about to say it in a way that you can comprehend it, as well as fucking just spit it. It's coming out my mouth so fucking regularly right now. I say so many cuss words, but it's time for me to calm down. But it's right here. I'm not a pastor or a priest or a minister or anything like that, but I'm gonna talk about the game and how it all came to me. They said sin. Alright, sin. Now, sin is something that you can't think about. It's something that just happens. As I say, fuck you, you think about how I must be a bad person, how I rap it. But I'm going to tell you about how sin really happened and happened to be. If you think that it originated from Adam and Eve, then you might not happen to see. I think it came way before that in the name of Beelzebub. Do you know what that means back in ancient texts and has it spit in the Bible? How it talks about how the devil was the person up to the rival? He's the one who contested God and thought he could get away, but God cast him down into the grave. And you know what that has to say. Now we blame him for everything that's going around in the world. It's the devil that did it. But I'm about to tell you how all shit came from above. I'm the philosopher. It has to be way better than what it has to say today. The devil came through and tried to make his trade. As you know the story about Adam and Eve, the serpent came through and tested the woman, and now that bitch has to bleed. But it's okay because it's right here. The philosopher came through and spit it. So I'm about to tell you how the way I get with it. I said I wasn't a rapper, but I'm about to say what's on my mind because I think that God envisioned us to be something different than what happened to be above. I think that slavery was a fucked up thing that happened, but it's okay though because we got her getting cake though, and that's all that matters because everybody in the world trying to get escape though, escape the fear that might come from within. But what if it all becomes the begin? It all comes back to one word, and that one word is sin. Can you believe it? I sin every day. I think about it and I put my hands up to the sky and I just pray that I'm forgiven for everything that I did and everything that I was, because Antonio Tyson is the motherfucker that is. Oh man. That wasn't that bad. Hey, let's repeat that one, Sharon.